After the Supreme Court upheld abrogation of Article 370, Union Home Minister Amit Shah in fact welcomed the judgment, saying that Article 370 gave rise to separatism and promoted terror in the valley. And the verdict proved that the decision to abrogate Article 370 was completely constitutional. While replying to the debate in Rajya Sabha on the two bills, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill 2023 and Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Bill 2023, Shah affirmed inside the parliament that Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is part of India and that no one can snatch the region from us. He also said that the Delimitation Commission set up by the Centre for Delimitation of Assemblies and Parliamentary Constituencies in Jammu and Kashmir has reserved 24 seats for POK as it is ours, and that no one can take POK from India. Shah also blamed country's first Prime Minister Nehru for the Kashmir problem, saying it was Nehruvian blunders that were responsible for the problems.
जम्मू एंड कश्मीर के पीएको को आप भारत का हिस्सा नहीं मानते हो क्या? एग्रेसिव ना हो, जान दे देंगे इसके लिए। क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? एग्रेसिव होने की क्या बात कर रहे हो? जान दे देंगे इसके लिए।
Meanwhile, other opposition party leaders advocated for bringing back Article 370, saying that the Supreme Court order was the defeat of the idea of India.
नहीं, आज जो फैसला आया हम उससे मुतमईन नहीं है। तो मेरे नज़र में 370 को जो एब्रोगेट किया गया है ये वायलेशन है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मोरालिटी का, और जो एब्रोगेशन, बाइफर्केशन और डाउनग्रेडिंग हुआ है एक स्टेट के यूनियन टेरिटरी का, ये तो बहुत बड़ा धोखा हुआ है जो हमने कश्मीर के आवाम को वादा किया था।
We reiterate the CWC resolution of 6th August 2019 that Article 370 deserved to be honored until it was amended strictly in accordance with the Constitution of India. The Indian National Congress has always demanded the restoration of full statehood for what has become the Union Territory of J&K.
हमारे मुखालिफिन चाहते हैं कि हम उम्मीद छोड़ के दिल बर्दाश्ता होके शिकस्त को तस्लीम करें, पर ऐसा नहीं होना है। आप जानते हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने यह कहा कि 370 आर्जी है, इसलिए इसको हटाया गया। ये हमारी हार नहीं है, बल्कि आइडिया ऑफ इंडिया की हार है, हिंदुस्तान के तस्वुर की हार है।
Well, there are a lot of leaders who do not agree with the Supreme Court's order, and they in fact are calling it against the idea of India. Some in fact inside the parliament too and outside as well said that if they come to power, if they have powers, then they will bring back Article 370. As far as the top court is concerned, the top court ruled on the constitutional validity question and said it was valid, the decision of abrogating 370. Sabyasachi continues to be with us. In fact, the Supreme Court did put to rest a lot of issues on whether or not Article 370 was temporary, also on the exercise of power by the president. All those issues were settled by the top court, but politically speaking, the issue does not seem to be settled.
Well, absolutely. See, the five-bench judge gave an unanimous decision on the abrogation of Article 370, and a lot of the issues which the opposition parties, the Gupta parties were raising, all of these points were settled by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court clearly stated that the provision of Article 370 was clearly a temporary one, and the Supreme Court directed the state government that the statehood should be brought to Jammu and Kashmir as soon as possible, and the deadline was given before September 24th. Meanwhile, the political parties and the petitioners who were present yesterday at the Supreme Court, they were not really happy, but the Kashmiri pundits or the Supreme Court, while they were reading out the judgment, clearly mentioned that all the provisions which the rest of the country enjoys the benefits would be applicable to Jammu and Kashmir, such as if you see the right RTI Act are not applicable in Jammu and Kashmir, but after the abrogation of Article 370, all these facts would be considered in Jammu and Kashmir. So clearly, Supreme Court, while they were reading the judgment, all the five judges mentioned all the critical points which the opposition parties or the leaders from Jammu and Kashmir were continuously raising points.
Well, absolutely. Sabyasachi, thank you for getting us those details. Clearly, there are those who have called the decision against the idea of India. Many, in fact, also vowing that once they come to power, they will bring back Article 370.